For the most part, she can miss you for reasons of having that companionship. She can miss you for reasons of maybe your energy, masculinity was showing, or you bring some sort of comfort. So many different simple reasons, but I want to break down to y'all what really works the best when it comes down to a female missing you. And this falls into the changes and the things that you should have been doing differently has now changed. So let's talk about a lack of respect for yourself. Let me give you a few more examples. Let's talk about caving in too much. That could come with having to apologize, having to chase. Let's even talk about she affects your mood so much where you are getting set back because when you guys go through things, you don't have enough capability, strength, and emotional discipline to stay on that path. So you can't keep running the course because she's getting your emotions too down bad. So all of this stuff that you've noticed that was affecting you while you were dealing with her is what has to now change, because she's trying to pick up what are you able to do, what are you capable of without her. A woman takes an L, y'all, when you are able to not be controlled by her. If the power dynamic stays on her side and she's like, oh, I came back around, I did miss him, but he's still the same way, or he still has these tendencies or these bad habits, or like let's say you being hooked on her or whatever she makes you feel has such a huge impact, it is showing lack. So she can't even miss you, honestly, for a long period of time, right? She can miss the idea of talking to you, but in order for her to really fully miss you, she has to see there's a huge difference with how your emotion has shifted onto pouring into yourself. And remember, it's a practice. As you keep doing it, the better you'll get. I don't want y'all to put more pressure or be hard on yourself. I want it to just be that you're having the realization of this is the route that you have to take in order for real change. And y'all, if you still haven't given this video a big thumbs up, thank you for everybody that has and for that are going to. Question of the video is, do you feel like when you have a woman in your life, she affects you too much? Something I love to say all the time to people, whether it's consultations or in person or family members, etc. I love to say, what do you do when you're getting affected? And then I like to say afterwards, because it depends on their answers. Sometimes when they're getting affected, they're emotionally really stable. Now, the question following up is, will you do everything to feel good while you're happy with them so you know you're going to be good without them? Don't let this one go over your head, because so many people get caught up on relationships, being with a woman, or even friendships, and you don't ever prepare yourself for the what if they're not around, and then you end up lacking so much in yourself. And on Patreon, I definitely get to be unfiltered. I definitely get to be raw, and I get to go into details, talk about whatever I want, and I also give you a different side of myself, just more of like that behind the scenes, and just insights. But it's all about a community being built there as well. I do have 2 patrons, but if you do want to become a free member, you can. I'm building the community there. I do give a free exclusive video a month, so you can check it out by being a Patreon member. It is up to you. And then don't forget about consultations and a whole lot of other things that I have provided to help you get through what you're getting through, or you're going to get through, because you will. That's no doubt, especially with my products. I got y'all. I made sure it's structured to help you and to get the insight that is required and needed. With that being said, there's a lot of different options. Links are down below. So I want to go right back to, I want it to be that your progress and efforts that you're really putting in is coming from knowing that you're trying and you're trying to give more, and you're giving the efforts that you can in that moment, and then knowing what is required to move forward afterwards. So this means, let's say you're dealing with her, right? You might be any of the things that I've named in the beginning of the video. And then it could be anything that you know of that I didn't name. There's a lot of things that obviously I'm not going to go through. There's so many different things. You just have to be aware. Awareness is the first key to mastering how you go about things. You have to be aware, you have to be understanding and knowing that, okay, this is what it is. With that being said, the next aspect is going to look like, what can you do with your pace? So when women start missing a man, they're looking at, what is his tendencies, what did he do before, and what has he changed now? You get what I'm saying? So let's say if at this point you're changing how quick you text her, you're changing how fast you text her, in the sense of like, she used to go a few hours, then sometimes it's days, so now you just don't really get to her, you're kind of dry now. Those things matter. And I want you to compare it to when it didn't matter, and when you did do too much, what could you have pulled away from? So in other words, you probably need her to get you to miss her because you've been doing what you need to remain around, to remain giving reassurance, or to remain letting her know that she is affecting you. And whether you've heard it before or not, like, many people talk about how relationships can set people back. I'm not going to dismiss that there's some perks and greatness that comes with relationships, like being inspired by your partner, motivated, disciplined because of them, because they can hold you accountable, etc. There's so many positivity. However, it can set you back because it could be a downfall. So for you, even look within and be like, what did I lack in my masculinity when I was around her? Did I get pushed around? Did I get talked down on? Did she belittle me? Make me feel like I'm not that guy when I've worked so hard, or I show up for myself every day? Because remember also, you are putting yourself in that position to get that type of treatment from a woman that's not even ready for you, or is ready for a man like you. Don't let that one go over your head. Because a man like you, she might be acting or making you believe that this is easy access, but in real life, when you've changed how you are with her, when you've changed the effects that she could have on you, she's now understanding, oh, a man like him, don't take him for granted. Oh, a man like him, he's that guy. And when I say that guy, you don't have to be at top tier level. You don't have to be, and remember, this is all subjective at the end of the day, right? Because some people's top tier level will look so different than another. Some people's success is different. Some people just care about starting a family, literally, and being the masculine man in the home, being the head of the family, taking care of bills. Some men love the 50-50 or want to do 50-50, which is very normal nowadays, and they go that route. To my point though, you have to still remember, what are you doing that you know is true to yourself, and what are you not doing that is taking you from being true to yourself? So once she's recognizing this guy is about him, and I want it to be that you're really seeing what you got to do, and you're doing it, and you're acting it out, and making it come into a real life way of going, that's what matters. Focus on that, okay? I'm going to bring more videos up like this because I want y'all to really focus on self-development and self-improvement and self-love. Those are key factors. However, I do want to say, take care of yourself. I'll always remind y'all to do that. It's going to be always worth it. I love y'all, and just keep going. You're doing great. You can do better. So just keep going, okay? I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye, y'all.